Llamageddon. We are reviewing Llamageddon. Oh God! Hello, welcome to Bad Guy Reviews, where good news rise and very bad ones burn. And yes, if you heard me in the beginning, yes, I am gonna review what does. Well, back then when I first saw it, it was the worst movie of my entire fucking life. But now I can kind of see that it is so bad it's good now. Cause yes, we are reviewing Llamageddon. And I know you're wondering, what the fuck is Llamageddon? A terrible movie that is free on Amazon Prime for anybody to see. And yes, I might even give you, my dear viewers, the link to the description of the movie so you can see it before your sad eyes. Why I say sad eyes? Because trust me, you are going to mentally and physically be tortured by this terrible horseshit movie. That is so bad as go. Like, yeah, you might... yeah, you are definitely going to agree with me on the whole terrible movie, and a little bit of you might agree on the whole so bad as good situation, but trust me, like, I can't describe this movie. Like, basically, I can sum up the plot in 2 words for crying out loud. Killer llama. Yes, it has a killer llama in the movie, but there's only one llama, because again, this, like, basically the movie, basically it's only like $3,000 and one llama, and they went with it. They just took those chances and ran with it. And I don't even know what else to say. So, unfortunately, let's dig into Llamageddon and be prepared to be and show you what the ever-living llama am I talking about. Okay, let's try doing this smoothly and good without me getting enraged. So basically, the movie begins with something very interesting to all my cartoon fans, because we kick off with a kind of backstory, I want to say, which, interesting enough, has some interesting animations that I bet you $5 that it would only, like, all of you would only see it on Newgrounds. Not on TV, Newgrounds. But basically, it's about how a bunch of llamas, some alien killer llamas, going onto some spaceships that is basically just a back of a trailer with wings and rockets. And it also shows a little baby llama like it popping out of an egg. Don't ask me, okay? Trust me. See the movie and you'll understand. And even if you still don't. However, one llama in particular was flying towards space, but flying towards Earth is what I mean. However, as he was flying to Earth, he sees an astronaut, which he blows up. Like, seriously, he uses laser eyes to blow up an astronaut. However, one of the pieces to his suit or something, I don't know, basically flew right onto the trailer, which left this cut on it, which made him land down to Earth. Which shows one title card and you'll figure out why I said that in a minute. And next thing you know, it cuts to reality now, which shows the ship basically flying down straight to the ground with like a literal fireball flying down. Like seriously, it is that bad. So anyway, it crash landed. There was some slave fire here, and the door opened to reveal the llama. No, it does not have a name, nor do I think most of the characters that you will see in the movie have names. Like some of them do, but some of them probably don't. But I'll just say random names, just because fuck this movie and just fucking. So yeah, after the llama reveals himself with those red eyes and all, we get for some reason another title card, which looks like this, by the way. And it's just like, oh, you're wondering why. And yes, basically, there's like three versions. There's this lovely version, which doesn't look too bad, but also too simple. And then there's this title card. We'll get to the third one basically at the very end, spoiler alert. So yeah. So then two redneck couples spotted the llama and was just randomly chatting for some reason. But yeah. And they basically took off their shoes. Like, basically they was acting like they was taking off their shoes. That, I promise you, they were acting like they were taking out their, like untying their shoelaces and taking them off so bad that I betcha Mr. Rogers would be disappointed at them both. So yeah, so then the llama, which I'll just call him Alpaca. Yeah, let's call him Alpaca, since that's another word for llama. So Alpaca comes into the house and kills the lovely couple that I talked about, which are basically I think called Mima and Pep Pep. But yeah. But then a group of people who was investigating the spaceship, and also for some reason they actually also owned a helicopter. Why? Two words. One, shut up. Two, who cares? Because we're never gonna see that ever fucking again. And soon we are introduced to our main characters, who I'll probably give y'all their names once we reach to them getting killed. Why? Because they're forgettable, for crying out loud. And for some reason, like, if you remember, it's the Mima and Pep Pep's grandchildren, but this is what their granddaughter looks like. And mind you, she's supposed to be a freaking teenager. She looks way too old to be a teenager. It's just so damn terrible. So yeah. And once they got there, of course, they see the llama, who fun fact is played by a llama named Limu. I think that's her name. But yeah, one. And then they get in the house where you can blatantly see a fucking video camera battery charger. Did I ever tell y'all that this movie absolutely is horseshit? But yeah, then... Now, I swear, when I originally saw this, at that moment, I actually turned off the TV just because of how terrible it was. Or turned off the movie. Because we were seeing shots like... Because I was seeing camera shots like this horse shit. Also, I think it's that dude's name is the... Oh, I know it's Star Wars without, but oh well. But yeah, again, it's fucking terrible. It's terrible, 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 terrible. Anyway, so the mom leaves and they turn to go back in the house, which for a few moments you can actually see a cute little puppy right there. Which you only get to see him twice, and I will show you where his appearance comes in a little later. So the little girl decides to go, that since their mom is gone, she'll go call up, basically in a nutshell, everyone you can think of. Like, you can name someone, and that would be correct. I don't care, no, don't think of gibberish names or whatever, or fake names. Think of a real name that you know, and you would be blatantly correct. Cause she legit does that. And she does like a bunch of jump cuts of this thing. Just like, hey Chelsea, hey James, hey someone, say this, hey that, hey. Sometimes it's for something different. And then for some reason, this popped up. And then we had this black and white scene which... Tell me about it, I think they're showing clips of Clerks, I think. Then again, I could be wrong. I'm definitely wrong. Sorry, I think they were showing scenes from the movie Clerks. Yeah, so all of their friends, aka everybody, whoever was ever, came and they had some, I guess, college party, you can say. Some of them are basically drinking beer, some of them having some pong, playing beer pong, some of them are smoking weed and getting high. Some are chatting while drinking beer. You're playing some poker and all blah 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 blah. And for some reason, this one character, which I will give you the name just once, named Dan, randomly keeps wearing different shirts in different scenes of the movie for some reason. I don't know why, but shut up. Then she dances with the main girl character to some saxophone music, which isn't entirely bad, but good lord, it takes long for them to dance around. Like, seriously, it kind of felt like, yeah. So then the girl texts her friend, and for some reason, in a movie like that, they show the text graphic, but for some reason she just looks up and stares at it and then texts back. Like, again, terrible movie, people, terrible movie. However, her friend nearly ran over the llama, aka Alpaca. So Alpaca basically kills the girl named Sarah with laser. However, for some reason, and you're gonna see a lot in this movie, they also use some fireworks for the explosion and some video made fire. Like seriously, it is so cheap. You could basically do it on CapCut. But not sponsored, by the way. And yes, she dies. Like, just because just show. So then everyone was partying some more. One dude went outside to go pee, even though there's a thing called a bathroom, you fucking idiot! Which he sees Alpaca. However, and then Alpaca basically peed on the poor dude. And yeah, there's more chatting, more bad acting, more bad camera angles. And then the dude that got peed by Alpaca came running back in and accidentally broke the door out when he slammed it. But he kept on going without breaking character like WWE would do. And yeah, he talks about the horrifying llama, but everyone laughs at him. Like, because yeah, like, be honest, people. If you got peed on by a llama, would you really think the others will laugh at you if you explain it to them? Because of course they would. Because life sucks. So this, I had to just smoke weed. Because that's the freaking move. Because honestly, after this review, I'm just gonna get high and watch it. Why? Because I'm not crazy. So this one dude who said, okay, I'll go get more weed, man. And then he just pauses himself and just looks like that. Like, seriously, he does that face. And it's awkward. Then they play this game called Riftfall Waterfall, aka whatever college people call a drinking game. And they play so much that one of the boys accidentally threw up. Fucking you. So then one of the boys goes outside for a smoke and sees Alpaca, and he was like, oh, I never seen a wildebeest before. I want to scream so bad, but I know my family are home, so I cannot, unfortunately. But yeah, and for some reason, Alpaca takes a hit of his weed as well when he offers it to him. Like, trust me, it's so terrible. It's so damn terrible. So then, Alpaca ate his fingers, which had a kind of good blood spurt. And yeah, then Alpaca punched the guy named Rob so hard that his heart basically flew out of his chest and landed on his girlfriend, and then gets dragged away to be killed. However, meanwhile, his girlfriend, probably named Mandy, was not also say from Alpaca, because then she goes up to her and basically stomps the ever-living shit out of her. As well as breaking her neck and dragging her away. So yeah, so then there's more like bad camera angles, more talking, and showing some lips, showing some lots of tongues and shit, and it's supposed to be like some sex reference, but mind you, this is PG-13, so you ain't gonna see any sex scene. So don't worry. And yeah, two characters, which again, I won't give you their names unless they die in the movie. And yeah, like it's also so bad that you can literally see one camera guy that's filming this kissing scene, and then there's two other people that was about to have some private time, but of course after some PG-13 sex scene, he gets up and was like, "I'm a man now." That's all I'm gonna say. Just like seriously, I can do this whole review by just showing this finger, cause just Anyways, so some more people go out in the jacuzzis. No, I'll just say hot tub, which in reality is just a simple swimming pool. However, there's also a dude wearing a horse mask. I don't know why. So the next thing you know, Alpaca gets in the Bill house to go hang out with the other people in the pool. He wasn't in the pool, by the way. He was just outside the pool watching others playing the pool. And yes, the llama was actually by the pool. It feels so awkward just watching. So then, Alpaca finally does what he is supposed to do and basically throw a radio in the quote-unquote hot tub and kills like 5 of the people in there. However, one of the characters sees Alpaca and basically runs not only out of the scene but out of the entire movie. Like, you will never see that guy again in that movie. I promise. And then comes in... Okay, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm sorry that I'm gonna be on me on this one, but this is definitely true. Comes in with... Comes in the most retarded people I have ever seen in a movie ever. Sam and Stacy. They see 5 people in a hot tub, electrocuting to death, and what do? They get in just so they can die too. Because again, they're retarded and fuck this movie! So Dan sees the dead body, he's taking a shot of a random beer and tell everyone that everybody is dead in the hot tub, but to be honest, he kind of does actual decent acting, even for me to be impressed by, because he sounds so devastated that everybody is dead in a freaking hot tub, even though it's just 7 people dead in a freaking hot tub. And don't worry about what I'm doing over here, because who gives a fuck. So, so then everybody goes outside to call the cops, but of course, since this is a horror movie, they get no signal. And yeah, they was irritating, so then they saw the llama and they all ran away. However, this one dude who ends up getting blown up by llama lasers. And then just to be completely stupid, they spray blood on everyone, which would be a little too much amount of blood. Trust me, it's just completely stupid. And I know you're wondering, how do they do it? They use a squirt gun. What do you think? Then another dude who tries to run away, but of course, like always, zap, spray by blood, the end. And for that guy. So then Alpaca basically sprays some green slime onto a guy named Trent. Yes, there's a guy who has my bird's name all over in that movie. And Trent, if you're watching this, I am deeply sorry that you had to learn that your name is on this horse shit movie. Then, weirdly enough, he legit transforms into a llama. I repeat, he starts transforming into a llama. It is basically an American Werewolf in London type of weird transformation. And yet, this alone made me start thinking it was so bad it's good. Don't blame me, blame Llamageddon, people. So they try calling the cops, but with one phone line that can work, since I don't think Alpaca cut the phone line or whatever. And of course, the cops doesn't believe them, because why would you believe someone if they say that there's a killer llama on the loose? So they call up one of the main characters' dad, who we've seen a few minutes earlier doing a PG-13 sex scene, and deciding to come on over to help them with their alpaca problem. And yes, of course, there's some terrible close-ups of that scene. And then Trent crawls in, still transforming into a llama, with now some red eyes and some kind of interesting audio will change, or audio effects, which, yes, of course, I kind of like, because basically it sounds demonic, and also you can hear a llama going bah and shit during his sentence. And then this one chick, which, fuck it, I'll call her Heather, because she hasn't got a name, wakes up from a nap that earlier in the movie she actually did mention. Which at least that made sense, just a pinch. And of course, the llama comes by and basically splatter to death. And of course, like any other horror movie, we see the group of dumbasses running away from the llama outside in any freaking in any freaking horror movie ever. However, and during the process, of course, the alpaca was following them and was shooting laser eyes at them, which they used more fireworks explosions. And this is the part where you actually see the dog again. I'll say goodbye to the dog because you'll never see it again. Trust me, I don't know if it's having fun or not, I don't know. But then next thing you know, one tree fell down, which I think they actually was able to do that. So then there was another girl named, and then one girl named Sarah, another girl named Sarah, I meant, trips, like any other her movie victim would do, and gets blown up as usual. And also there's a lot of blood spray. So they all kept running and they stopped for a moment and looked at Llama Trent, which I'm gonna call him that now. Sorry Trent, if you're watching this, but I am doing what I'm doing because one, shut up, and two, don't blame me, blame this movie. With him still transforming into a llama, they basically cut their losses against him and basically run off without him. Then while he's screaming, "I'm a llama man," for some reason. Which to me, I feel like you should have just told them that when I get my hands on you, I'm gonna kill you all and such. But then we cut to another animation, which again, one, looks impressive, two, you would only see it in freaking Newgrounds, with him transforming just a little bit more with more llama fur, llama ears, and vomiting on the ground. Then alpaca comes in with and opens his stomach to reveal some llama testicles. And basically, he banged him. He banged him till he was pregnant. Again, fuck this movie. So anyways, the other race then finally sees the spaceship, but for some reason then Dan goes inside to find a space weapon, I think you can say that, but basically it's just a plastic baseball bat wrapped in aluminum foil. Or tinfoil, whatever. So then after them running away, Dan uses the bat to whack the lasers out of the way from them and explode them. But of course, even though he was whacking them and shit, of course he dies by the freaking llama laser. So then they hide in the barn where the main character's dad then finally comes by with a shotgun. But then, oh boy, here comes the more grosser part. As he was looking around, and this is the most drawn out scene in this movie, but basically it's Llama Trent laying eggs. I repeat, Llama Trent is laying llama eggs. And yeah, he does scream due to like the whole pregnancy and all. So then the main character's father finally comes in, and Llamageddon begs him to put him out of his misery, which he definitely does. But for a split second, you can definitely see that the red eyes weren't in that scene. But yeah, then he saw the eggs hatching in with like more baby llamas. And of course, being the hero he is, even though they are baby llamas, he kills them all. Then he sells a packet and starts having a shootout between guns and lasers. And this is basically didn't know how to properly shoot a shotgun and shit. But then Alpaca blasts the gun to smithereens, and the lanes punched the dude a few times by his neck. Like the two main characters runs off, and basically the final girl named Mel tells her brother, what's her brother? Floyd. She finally tells her brother Floyd in a character development kind of way that he is a man now and such, and respecting him and all. Yeah, then Alpaca does try to finally kill them both. However, with their dad apparently having the last strength of his entire life, he got bitten in the neck, kills Alpaca with the tractor machine shredder thingy that, yeah, and he falls to the ground and tells them that, on how to kill some future baby llamas. And the movie ends with this third and final title card. But the movie then was replayed in slow motion, and they also had like original song that basically sums up, like, it was kind of good, but at the same time, who gives a fuck? Why? Because this movie sucks! It sucks so bad for some people. But for me, it's so bad, it's intentionally good, I guess. But yeah. And if you all want to see this terrible horseshit pile of crap space sci-fi horror comedy movie in all of its terrible glory, there will be a link to that movie in the description on Amazon Prime. Thank you for watching. Follow my social media is down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Fuck this movie. I'm the bad guy. Fuck this movie. And this has been the Bad Guy Review. Goodbye. Fuck the movie.